Hello, it's Emma Jo here from Lavinia Stamps, and in this video I'm going to be showing you how to make these rather delicious festive earrings. You know, so this is the time of year when all those festive earrings come out with their little lights and everything, and you think, do I want them? Do I need them? This time you make them. You make them, and they are just a little bit of fun to dangle from your earrings that nobody else will have because you're an original. Anyway, so let me just do an extreme close-up. Here we go. So it doesn't have lights, but it has a lot of bling and enough to just flash on your ear and bring in that festive spirit. So enough chat from me. Come with me. Let me show you how they're done. That sounded a little creepy. Come with me and let me show you how it's done. Okay, so we've got some Sizzix shrink plastic and we're using the white side of it rather than the shiny side. And I've popped the Christmas tree sticker stencil down. You've just seen me use the end of a Posca pen to draw a circle just around the top, and that is going to be where I am going to punch a hole ready for the earring finding to go through. So I'm not going to show you the ins and outs of absolutely everything because we'll be here forever. Sorry, we'll be here forever. So I've just gone around the outside of it and I've punched a hole in that circle that I left, yeah? And now I'm going to cut it out. Now, don't be put off by the little branchy bits, because it would be quite easy to think, oh, fussy cutting. It's not really. It's quite, because it's only diddy. All I did was I kept my paper to one side and just went up one way and then came back the other way. So it's just like cutting sort of two-sided triangles, if that makes sense. And then punching the end. And I've now got those two ready to colour. And we're going to be using acrylic sprays. So this is the Chartreuse acrylic spray. And I've just put 3 sprays each, and then in the middle, the sun yellow. And it's more about difference in tone. And then some emerald green acrylic spray. I'm not fussed about it looking perfect because really I'm going to take a block print or even blot it. So here I'm going to come in with my Inky Binky or piece of kitchen paper and just blot that colour off. And you'll be forgiven for thinking, what on earth has she got left? But you'll see now because it's shrinking time. And there we go. Once you put white paper behind it, you can see all the colour. So I'm just going to use my heat tool, holding it down with one of my Sizzix accessories. Fabulous things. They don't let your fingers get burnt. And this, because of all the spiky tree foliage, it curls up into the most delicious shape and then goes for a little spin all by itself. Just watch. Yay! It was almost like a Venus flytrap at one point. And then once it's more or less sorted itself out, stamp it with a heavy sketchbook, or in my case, I've got a stampy thing. So the finishing touches, I'm going to use some Cosmic Shimmer Metallic Gilding Polish, and I've gone for the Lime Burst. And that's just one coat on the back. And I'm going to turn it over. Oh, don't forget when you use those polishes, squirt some water before you shut the lid. Right, here I'm using a dabber and I've got some aqua green Posca pen and some sparkly green Posca pen. And I'm just dabbing it on the sides to give us a little definition. I'm going to colour that loop at the top black because I'd like it to disappear. And we are going to add some bling. So I'm using glossy accents, and I'm just going to put little dots where I would like my subtle Christmas tree decoration to sit. And I've chosen to use some sequins from the Festive, give me a clue. Festive season set. There we go, a little bit more on the top there, because I'm going to put the larger red star. They're sort of red, but they're not. They're not going to stand out. They're just going to catch the light. So that's going at the very top, but making sure that I don't cover the loop. And then these tiny diddy ones that, to be honest, my fingers couldn't pick up. So I'm using these blunt-nosed jewellery pliers. Now they are my own. And I'm just popping them on top of the glossy accent, the dot of glossy accents that I left. Do you remember me dotting them about? So that's all I'm doing. And that's what we're left with. But I still felt like that needed something else. So I decided to just add a little bit of bling by using some Mica Minerals. Not sequins again, no. Mica Minerals metallic bronze. And I've got a watercolour brush. And I think it's one of the larger ones, so it's watercolour set 2. Watercolour brushes set 2. And I'm just adding some metallic bronze Mica Minerals just around the edges and where I just want a little bit of sparkle. And don't worry if it's too much, you can always move it about a bit with your brush. Can you see the way those sequins are just catching the light? If I had to call them a colour, they're sort of raspberry, so they're not quite red and they're not quite pink. Okay, and I'm just going to move that mica that I put in the centre into other places. There we go. And now I'm using a 2A Zig glue pen, and I'm just popping that on first in the places that I want to give a lift, and that's all the spiky ends of that foliage and the tree and the base. And then I'm just going to heat it up with my heat tool and add some of the teal fab foil. And all you do is pop it on, colour side up, rub it into where the sticky glue has gone, because by heating it we've made it go sticky like the back of a postage stamp, and it just takes the foil nicely. And my friends, you have done it! Hurrah! You're amazing. Mine. And I, just like you, we're originals. So I hope you enjoyed watching the video, and I hope that you're going to have a go, because they're great fun and so simple. Just get your head around all that cutting and you'll be fine. So any questions you'd like to make, any comments, please pop them in the post below and I'll do my best to answer you as soon as possible. You take care, and in the meantime, happy shrinking.